Go to Google Sheets. Open a blank spreadsheet. Go to File, Import, and you are going to go up here to Upload. You're going to select a file from your computer. Report. You are creating a new spreadsheet, and you want Google Docs to detect the separation of your data automatically. Import. Now you will hit open now. Okay, so here is your data. Okay, we're going to go down to the spaces that we know where your service fees were listed. Service fees. Okay, I'm going to put a Z so it shows up at the end on your pivot table. So on this data, you had 2 service fees. And you can put whatever text you want in there. Okay, now you're going to go home. You hit Control Home to go to the top of your data on this spreadsheet. Okay, we just finished page 6, and now we are going to page 7. Okay, so we want to highlight your data area. Now, on your data area, you want to include this row 4, which is the titles of your columns, because that's important. That's an important part of your data, because you're going to be using that in the pivot table that you're going to create. So right now, I'm just taking the mouse, I'm holding down the shift key and highlighting the data that you want to include in your pivot table. You could use this later if you were to combine more than 1 week of data, and you could do like an entire month if you wanted to. So you can do it a faster way by pressing End to get to the bottom of your data. Okay, so there's your data. It is highlighted. So now we're still on page 7. We're going to go up here to where it says Data. Hit Data. Then here near the bottom, it says Pivot Table. You want to create a pivot table in order to see the data in a readable format, so that your rows and your columns have the data that you find useful. Okay, so you're creating a pivot table, which is going to open a tab down here in front of your report tab. Okay, so that's your pivot table. Okay, we are now on page 8. You will go over here to the report editor, yes, and add your field. Okay, so you're going to click here on add field. It's going to give you some options, and based on what we have previously discussed, we would like our rows to be the title of the product. So we're going to hit product title. So this pivot table is referring to the data that's on your report form. Okay, I'm sorry, the pivot table actually is coming after the report tab. Okay, so now you want to add your columns, and on this we said for the columns we want it to be what Amazon calls payment type. So that is going to be what your column headings are going to be called, which are the payment types. And then we want the values on your pivot table to be the amounts that either the customer is paying or Amazon is charging you. So here under values, we're going to hit this tab that says amount. Okay, so now we are done with page 8 because the last item filter doesn't apply to what we're doing right now. Okay, so now you have completed page 8, and this is your pivot table. You can hit Control Home. Oh, we are already there, and you are where you need to be. So now, as you see, you can widen this column here so you can fully see the product title. Okay, I'm not sure why it didn't show the product title designation here in this cell 1A, but here's the Amazon fees, other fees, your product charge, your promotional rebates, and your grand total. And of course down here is what your net amount that you should have received from Amazon, which would have been $172 for that week. Okay, so you can move these columns, make them as wide as you want, as pretty as you want. Over here in this first row, I would insert a row. I would insert multiple rows, and I would put the title that you want to name it. Okay, so I hope this video helps, and if you have any questions, give me a call or email me. And your report is done, and you can go here and you can do a file save and rename your file. So I would also name this here Amazon week ending April 16, 2016. Okay, and I think this will help. So have a great day. Bye.